So this British chef spiked some vegan dish and bragged about it and is getting death threats from vegans. And it's a pretty cruel thing, man. You know, someone's vegan. You got to respect their food situation. If they ordered, I think this case it was a vegan pizza, and this chef spiked it with real cheese, right? So if you're a vegan, you know, you don't want to eat animal products and you've got your reasons. I know lots of vegans, some of them do it for health reasons. Some of them do it temporarily as a cleanse, and then they go back to a meat eating diet or a diet that includes meat. Other people do it because of the animal cruelty issue, which I fully understand because I'm very compassionate and empathetic toward animals. And I was a vegan for a couple of years, although I'm not now, and I'll cover that in a different podcast. However, this chef decided she's going to spike the vegan pizza with real cheese. And so she bragged about it on, I guess it was Facebook, and then the vegans went crazy and they started death threatening this woman, and she had to resign. I don't remember her name. I don't remember what organization. I'm not into, chef reality shows and all that stuff. But apparently she was some kind of famous chef. Was, I say in past tense, because now, she's been discredited, for spiking, vegan pizza and then bragging about it. Well, I got news for all of you who are vegans, by the way. All your vegan cheese in the grocery store is made with cow's milk proteins. Oh, man, I'm going to do a whole story on this because if you just look at the ingredients on your vegan cheese, well, it'll tell you. Casein. Yep, casein, C-A-S-E-I-N, I believe is how it's spelled. Casein, which is a milk protein, is used in nearly all vegan cheese. Maybe not 100%, because I haven't looked at all of them, but I've looked at a lot of them, and they all contain casein that I've seen. And it's veggie cheese and vegetarian cheese and vegan cheese, and it's all positioned, for vegans, and yet it contains a milk protein. So what I'm wondering is, why hasn't the vegan community noticed that? If they're all freaking out over this chef spiking the pizza, which I understand, that was a totally, well, we would say, to use street slang, that was a totally dick move to do if you're a chef. You don't spike people's vegan pizza with milk protein. But then again, all the vegan cheese in the grocery store, nearly all of it, is also spiked with milk proteins, which makes you wonder, what the heck's going on with the vegan cheese anyway? I'll tell you, if you want vegan cheese, you better read the ingredients. In fact, if you're a vegan at all, you better read the ingredients because there's a lot of stuff that they're feeding you, like canola oil, which is not very good. Canola oil now scientifically proven to damage cognitive function, to cause signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. It's being called toxic by some people, canola oil. It's in a lot of vegan processed foods. Now, in my mind, if you're a vegan, you're supposed to be eating, fresh food, raw food, healthy, organic food, that kind of stuff. But some people, they claim to be a vegetarian, and they're eating boxes of Cheetos and Oreo cookies. Oh, it's all vegetarian. It's vegetarian. There's no meat in here, but it's all junk food. You people? What are you, a vegetarian junk food artist? Is that your claim to fame? I hope not. Because if you're a vegan, you're supposed to be health conscious. You're supposed to be aware of where your food comes from and what's in it. So you should be reading the labels. And if you're reading labels and you come across that word casein, guess what? You're eating cow's milk. I know there's going to be a lot of people hearing this are going to be like, what? You're throwing out their vegan cheese because it's got cow's milk proteins in it. Yeah, you've been eating that for years, by the way. And if it's not organic, it's full of hormones too. Yeah, you didn't know that. I'm sorry to ruin your vegan day, but I do want you to know the truth about what you're eating. So read the labels and understand them. Your vegan cheese is not vegan, probably. Now, is there an actual truly vegan cheese on the market? Yeah, I bet there is. I don't know who they are, but you should read the labels and find out for yourself. In any case, here's the thing. You know how I'm saying here that chefs should respect people's vegan food habits, but that respect should go both ways. And you notice that vegans don't respect people who are meat eaters. And vegans stage all these protests and they throw blood on people. And they barge into restaurants and have this kind of militant veganism, which I'm completely opposed to. This militant veganism reminds me of Antifa, reminds me of the radical left-wing domestic terrorism. And some vegans are insane. And by the way, I have talked about this before, even though I'm in favor of veganism for lots of health reasons and avoiding animal cruelty and so on. If you don't do it right, you're going to end up with serious nutritional deficiencies that I have noticed are linked in some people to insanity. I've seen vegans go insane. And I don't know if it's the lack of B12 or too much arsenic in the rice, or they're getting like a copper overdose from something. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's like 1 out of every 20 vegans is totally insane. And I'm not sure why, but I suspect it has something to do with a lack of balanced nutrition. So you can do veganism correctly, like Gabriel Cousins does, and many other vegans. You can do it correctly, but you better know your nutrition science. And for the average street vegan, let's say, just sort of usually some young millennial walking into it, I'm going to be a vegan, and they start with a bag of Doritos. They don't know what they're doing. And as a result, as you might expect, things aren't going to go very well for them because, that brand of veganism just doesn't seem to pan out very well. So, just some things to think about. If you're going to be a vegan, do it right. And no matter who you are, I urge you to respect other people's food choice. Otherwise, you're just being an intolerant food Nazi, regardless of what diet you pursue. So thank you for listening. My name's Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. NaturalNews.com.
Learn more at healthrangerreport.com.
Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.